guys, what is up? It is your boy Hotshot Gaming here, and today I'm going to be doing what my thoughts are of Project Cars and telling you what I think of the game and my rating over the game, and telling you just what experiences I've had in the game. So let's get into the first race, shall we? So basically, I obviously waited and got the normal edition of the game. I waited, and obviously I got it at 12 o'clock at night. And when I was playing this game at the start, I couldn't use my wheel because everyone was asleep, and the gears are quite loud on my wheel. I use a G29, so I opted to use the controller at the start. And honestly, if you are dedicated only to sim racing, I would probably avoid this game at all costs. If you're just dedicated to sim, Now, I'm both. I like sim and arcade. It doesn't matter to me at all. And basically, I had everything turned off from the start. So I had traction control, stability off. I had the markers off later on in the game because it all helps towards more points as you progress into the game. Plus, I also started off on normal mode, and I eventually did progress up on the levels and on the driver's aggression probability in the game. Now, the issues I had with this game is, as you'll see in the videos, is if you're into cockpit view, you can look around in the car. If you're using the controller, you use the right analog stick to look around. And the one thing I had was that, sorry about that guys, I had a phone call. So as I was saying, in the cockpit view, you can obviously choose how you want your controls. Now, when I was in cockpit view, every time I would go to brake, I noticed the camera would sometimes want to lift the guy's head up in the look around state. So if you ever have that issue all the time on anyone that's in cockpit view, I suggest you go to your control settings, basically go to look up, look down, change it for a different control, but if it copies over that control, just go back to that other control and then press it and it'll wipe that off. And I did that, and it seemed to fix the issue of my character looking up, and you'll obviously see that more frequently in the video, and it's really, really annoying. Another thing that I heard from people that for any manual users, I noticed they would apparently have issue with gear changing when they would use manual against AI, and I've not had that issue even when I was progressing through the levels, and you'll see that later on, is I didn't really have that much of an issue. So I started from medium and I worked my way up to pro, so I've got one more difficulty up from that down the lookout, which you'll also have a look at that as well. So my first problem with this game was the camera angle, as you can see in cockpit mode. So that was quite annoying. My second downside to this game was the graphics. I wouldn't say the graphics were all that. I'd say it was, I'm going to say it was into the PS3 type of graphics sort of feel. I've definitely seen better graphics in games, 100% better graphics in games. So that's another thing that sort of disappointed me in that aspect as well. Now, another good thing that I liked about this game, this is one good thing now, is the customization you could do to the cars and the stickers you could put on the cars, and just how you could do your car was actually really, really good. So as you can see here, that I liked is that you could put all the different manufacturer stickers on quite a lot of different areas of the vehicle. And that you could change the color of your vehicle. You could also change your different rims. You could also change your tires, of how the tires looked around the edge of the rim. So you could have like a slight red going around the tires, you know, through a couple of letters going around, the manufacturer style letters. And there's quite a lot of different manufacturer stickers that you can choose from. As far as I know yet, you can't put them anywhere you want around. It just, like, the different options are on the right there of where you can put them on your car, which is pretty good. And the upgrades you can do to the car, so there's different like sets you can do. So as you progress up to like the road E, if you upgrade your car too much, you could put it into a road D. I believe the next class up is road D. But the detail, the customization base, I kind of like. That's pretty good. It gives you an opportunity to pick. Like, you can't, like in other games, you can't just have upgrade, and then it's done. You have to pick what type of upgrade you want if you want to keep it in that specific class. So if you want to keep it in the road E, you can pick what you want, like suspension. Did you want more suspension or more brakes, or you know, to make the car? So there's different ways you can adapt the vehicle in your aspect, which I actually really liked about that. And you can do the number plate also. So doing all this with the different customizations and the stickers was actually really, really good in that aspect. So moving on to a next race, which is another race on medium again. I wanted to just, you know, get a feel for the difficulties for the meantime. So I've told you one good thing that I like and one bad thing that I like, which no, two bad things actually. So overall, the gameplay, I really like the gameplay. The gameplay is really good to me. When I'm playing this game, I feel like I'm playing Forza, and I've just absolutely destroyed that guy. I didn't mean to do that to him, but okay. But to me, this game feels like I'm playing like a Forza Horizon game. For anyone that's played Forza before, to me it feels like I'm playing more of a Forza game than anything else. To like, yeah, more Forza. Literally, I feel like I'm playing Forza. This is like that's how it feels to me. But gameplay overall, amazing. Controller, it was a little bit weird at first with the analog stick. It did feel a little bit light sort of thing when going around the corners, but I got used to it very, very quick. And like I said before, I had all the assists off and set from ABS. And then later off, I do find out where to take the markings off on that as well. And the more you up the difficulty and the more some of your settings you change, the more money you will get against the AI. And I noticed as well, some of the AI would, depending on what difficulty you were on, they do break quite early. I feel they do break quite early. But overall, I do like the gameplay. When I was doing some races later on in the game, I did notice like white patches on my screen, which was actually distracting me. I don't know if Xbox has had that issue or if PC's had that issue, but I know PlayStation 4, I was having these white patches coming up. I don't know if I'm hoping it's going to come up on the video so you guys can see it, but that was really annoying. And yeah, it just felt like these little white pixels, and it was coming across pretty bad. And I also had some errors that would actually take me out of the application, but I can understand that the game's just come out and all that. I can understand that, but I'm letting you guys know now, especially on the PS4 copy. I don't know about Xbox, don't know about PC, but this is the PlayStation version. So, but yeah, I was having white patches coming up, and that was really annoying. And I would also have frame rate issues on some of the tracks as well, where at one point I would go around the corner and the frame rate would slow the game down, and it would actually stop me from physically turning around the corner, which was actually another thing that disappointed me as well. And it only came up on certain tracks, which I hope gets picked up in the video as well. But yeah, that was another thing that sort of disappointed me with this game. But lucky enough, I didn't have to pay full price for the game. I did go halves with my dad on this game. Yes, I went halves with my dad. Does play games. He's an old boy, but he plays games. But yeah, but you know what I mean. I like to, make it easier for you guys, whether to give you the choice if you want to pay full price for this game. But overall, I will be doing a video trying the steering wheel. I did do a little bit of online. Online's pretty good. There was a few people, not many players online, because obviously they're progressing up into the game and whatnot as well. So as you'll see, we're going into our next next track, as you can see, and you should be able to see my settings when I go into them. A little bit of adjustment, as you can see in my assists. Steering assist off, braking assist off, anti-lock brakes on, traction control off, stability control off. You can see how it's upping itself. Track guide off, so your XP modifier does go up depending on what you want to take off on the game. I have no idea what the bottom one means, so I kept that one on. And the gameplays, which is obviously showing, I do try gears later on, but like I said as well, with AI, I didn't have any issues with gears with the AI at the moment, like what most of the other YouTubers were saying. They were having issues with gears, but I didn't have that issue. Online, it was a bit different, I think. I don't know if they were using gears, but depending on what car I had, like the R34, I felt like when I was changing gears online with that, I felt like they were just pushing away really, really quick, and yeah, that was really weird. So I think like you can even see when I'm braking there the issue with the cockpit view camera if you guys do drive cockpit view. But yeah, I did, like I said, I didn't have no issue with manual. With AI, but online it felt a little bit different depending on what car I had. It felt like it felt like a bit of a disadvantage with the gears, and I couldn't have my gears set to how I usually have it. Usually when I do gears, I use the right analog stick to shift up and shift down, but the game didn't like that for some reason. So I'm hoping it's going to work a lot better with the paddle shifters if the wheel is actually good on this game. But yeah, so online was a little bit thingy, but I'm hoping they're going to fix all the gearing issue, even if some YouTubers are having issues with AI, but I never had any issues with gear ratios with AI at all on that respect. Time trials are good. Time trials I felt were pretty fun. They do have different game modes in the game. So ones that I have done when racing, there was normal racing tracks, there was time trials, there were average time trials where you would have to get that average set time in the number of 3 laps in order to get the top trophy. And then there was like a dirt 4, dirt 3 type of rally where you would have to smash into billboards in order to get points. So, you know, I guess you could say there's a little bit of dirt feel in that when you have those little extra challenges on it, but to me it's a fun game. It's a fun game to play, and with the online, you could either just jump straight into a quick race, they're going to be there's another one for schedule races, and then custom races if you want to play with any of your friends or any relatives or anyone like that. So you know, it's good on that aspect as well. And as we just jump into the upgrade system here, this is like I said before, the different type of upgrades you can do in your game. As it shows up there. So, you know, you've got Class E Road, or you can up it to a Class Road D if you want to keep using that car, etc, etc, etc. Up to a 630 is the max you can have. So you have this orange indicator that will show you what, depending on the upgrade and how far you want to get it to have it either to stay in Road E, or if you go over the 300 mark, you'll end up having it into a Road D class, like I was saying before. So you have your different options of what you want to pick in that class, which will affect the different kinds of things on that vehicle that you want to have. If you want better braking, then better engine, or you know, engine speed, or turbo, or you know, just different capabilities, and you can just faff around with that. You could, you know, there's two upgrades, 3 upgrades on different parts of the car modifications, and there's quite a few cars, quite a few classes as well. There's a few that I do like in this game. I've not seen any of the BMWs, but I'm interested. I'm hoping they're going to have a BMW E46. I haven't seen a BMW E46, but I'll be quite disappointed if they don't have that car in this game, but I don't think they will. But yeah, there's quite a few cars that I do like in this game, that I have enjoyed, but yeah, so it's a bit 50-50. There's some good stuff that I like about this game, and some bad stuff that I like about this game in that retrospect. So another good thing that I quite liked is the dynamic weather. That wasn't too bad. That was pretty cool, but it was kind of weird how quick it felt like bang, it's raining. Like it didn't go into, like, I feel they could have done it as like it just started to tip and then it gets hard as it goes into the rain process. But I feel it just went like just straight in, bang, rain. I think they could have did a little bit better with that, but it did affect the car slightly. The weather did affect the car slightly, which was pretty good. You know, obviously, you know, when it's raining, it's going to affect the car. The brakes are not going to be as good in the rain than as they are in, heavy, you know, normal weather conditions. In that aspect. So, you know what I mean, it was that good in that point. So just going over everything I've said before. So the bad things, like I said again, with the cockpit view, that sometimes when I brake it would just shift up a little bit, its head would. And then what I was going to say with the graphics, it wasn't particularly the best about maybe into the PS3 sort of graphics. And then with the frame rate on some of the tracks I would have, it would sort of mess me up with the turning on that point. And then the pixels that I would have on some of the tracks, on the like white pixels that would come up, and that was another bad thing that would happen. And some error codes that I would have, but that's probably just PS4 based. But they're like the bad points that I have with this game. And then the good points were like the customizations of upgrading your vehicle, changing the body color, the rims, the tires, the stickers that you could put on your vehicle. You know, and you could also, you know, every different car you use would level up, which would obviously give you more discounts to your vehicle to upgrade and to do stuff with. That was another good thing. And then like it feels like I'm playing Forza Horizon as well, and just in that aspect, and yeah, it was just yeah, like just overall that outcome of it. So, but that's what it's like raining. Raining. It wasn't too bad. It did sort of go as I was expecting, a little bit slightly quicker, but it wasn't too bad actually. It wasn't too bad. So look at that smoke. Fuck me. Like that's some quick. Whoa. What's this on the ground here? This white smoke. That's going really quick. I don't know what's going on there. So this next race is where the bad white pixels come up, especially on this track. This was very, very bad and kind of distracting when it was coming up on this track. It kind of annoyed me because it was really distracting. Like it was like putting in a game that was literally like someone scratched the shit out of the disc and you've just started playing it and you just see white pixels coming up. It was bad on this track. Yeah, it was it was horrible. So we're going on to hard, the AI difficulty now, and we're gonna up the AI's aggression to high as well. So hard and high aggression, which obviously ups the XP multiplier as well. So as you will see, I believe the white pixels start to come straight as I go off this turning. So off the straight here. So we're just setting off. You can sort of see the white pixels fading. The white, look, there we go. Look at that, dude. Like, what are these white pixels? What? Yo, look at these white pixels, man. Look, I can't see. Like, did I buy a game that was like back on PS2 or some shit? Like, what the fuck? Or like someone scratched the shit out of my game? So on this track as well, I'm pretty sure I changed the gears, but I had the analog stick on the gears and it was really messing my race up. So I had to restart the race and change the gears back to normal. But you just see how fast I just got past the AI on hard. So the AI on hard are pretty much not that hard, to be honest. That's why I up on pro. They do keep up quite a bit on pro, or if you make a mistake, they sort of catch up. So if you're a really good racer and you know how to play racing games and you know what you're doing, I would just probably go straight up to pro or higher than pro if you're really good at racing games, because they were quite easy. I was just like on this run, I was having quite an issue with the gears. On that retrospect, and obviously the frame rate's not coming up right now. So I'm just about to unpause this on this menu, so I was trying to change it back to its original settings of gear up, gear down, as square being gear up and the cross button as they call it. But look, the frame rates, the pixels have come back again. On the track, which is like really, really bad. But I think it was only on this track I had the pixels and stuff. But look, you can't see shit in cockpit view like this. Like, it's horrible. Like, I can't see. Like, I couldn't see that much that I almost span out the dude in the Honda, dude. And look, you can even see it in the rear view mirror and the side mirrors. And I actually preferred the gears as being square and X. But look at this frame, man. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. So, I'm going to restart the race. Now that I've got gears on in the correct form, we're on hard mode. And hard for AI aggression now. Because I didn't like the gears that I had it on the other settings as before. Just going to show you these pixels again on this track, just to show you how bad it was. I guess you have to be careful with people that will, it's not very good if people have fits and stuff, flashing images and stuff. So it's not very good if there's anyone playing the game and they suffer with that. That's quite annoying for them, because it nearly destroyed my eyes, put it that way, with all them with the flashing white pixels. That was kind of distracting, if you ask me. So that was kind of annoying, and I think it was only on that track anyway, which is not too bad, I guess. But look, hard mode, AI aggression, and they're gone. I can't even see them in the rearview mirror. Like that's how sort of easy it was. And literally, it's that arcadey. You can whip the cars around these corners pretty easy. They catch up a little bit. They catch up a little bit on the corners, but it was still easy on hard mode. And I've also got the little the guides off as well, because obviously I want to get used to the tracks on this game, considering if I'm going to be going online when more people start to play this game online once they've progressed through the story of this game. The weather's, like I said, weather's not too bad, but overall, like I said, the gameplay is good. They're probably going to come out with bug fixes or some ways to improve the game, but it seems like there's a lot to do in the game. In terms of career mode, online is not too bad. With a few guys that were in there, penalties are on, but I believe when I was going around the corners on one of the online races, if I was just slightly out of the track, even though I didn't cut it, I would get penalised. I need to look more into the penalty system that they put on this game. But I believe when I was online, there were some dudes crashing the hell out of each other, but I don't think there was any penalties for them when they were getting hit. So if you're a clean driver, I don't know what Project Cars is going to do about that. I think they were saying that they're going to be doing like a skill matchmaking thing, I think, online. But I don't know what they're going to do about sportsmanship type of stuff if they do that kind of thing. If they put you in with, I think they did do that with oh no, that was grid. I'm talking about grid now. Fucking hell. But if I had to say my opinion over the rating of this game, I'm probably going to give it a 6 out of 10 for this game. 6 out of 10. That is my score for this game in my review. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review video, and stay tuned for more Project Cars, and I'll try and get some online videos out there for you, and a video with what it's like with the steering wheel, and yeah, just please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and yeah, this is your boy Hotshot, and peace out.